So, welcome back, everyone. Yay! I am so excited. I am Kendra Tillman, and I am the founder of StrongerThanYouThink.co. And as I have mentioned in the previous videos, just in case this is your first one that you're getting to see for the very first time, about 3 years ago, I got the courage to finally host my very first event, the You Are Stronger Than You Think Women's event. And this year, this January, in less than 2 weeks, this is going to be my third year hosting this event. And at this event, we don't just inspire you and encourage you, but we also empower you and equip you with the tools you need to take the next step towards lasting changes, making whatever lasting changes that you want to make in your life. And I'm so excited because this year we're doing something that we've never done before. So we are allowing you the opportunity to meet the speakers, or as I like to call them, the mentors for the day, because I feel like these are women who want to see you succeed. They're not just getting up to give you some inspirational speech, but they actually want to coach you and help you reach the success that you want to reach in your life. So really quickly, I'm going to go ahead and share the screen because I want you to see if you are someone who maybe you've never heard of this event and this is going to be your first time seeing the video. And after listening to our talk today, you're saying, you know what, I want to be a part of this event. Then I want to make sure that you have the website that you need to be able to okay, there we go. I want to make sure that you know what the website is. So the website is StrongerThanYouThink.event.com. So if you go to StrongerThanYouThink.event.com, I want to encourage you to stay on all the way to the end, because not only will we be doing a giveaway at the end, but we'll also share a discount code that we have for you. So just stay on to the end. Now, let me tell you just a little bit more about the Stronger Than You Think event. So this is what you can expect from this event. Like I said, maybe this is your first time, you never heard anything about this, but it's going to be a day of learning and discovery as you are mentored by women who are focused on seeing you win in every single area of your life. We have breakout sessions this year where one of them today, our featured coach today, a featured mentor that we're going to talk to today, she's going to be the one doing the career building workshop. So we have a workshop for women who are employed by someone else, women who are entrepreneurial, women who are in ministry, and we even have a session for teen girls, because we want to have those girls networking and connecting with women, godly women who are also women who are ambitious and they have dreams and goals, so that those girls can see at a young age what it means to be a woman who is a godly woman who also has aspirations for a career, a goal, whatever that would look like for her. So, and the purpose of this interview series is the fact, again, like I said before, is that we want you to be able to meet these mentors in advance. So that's why I'm really excited to be able to have Mariah on with us tonight, or Brenda, as you all will know her as Brenda Cunningham tonight. But right before we do that, I want to introduce you to one of our sponsors, because sponsors are the people that help me. They partner with me to make sure that this is going to be a really unique experience, that it'll be fun. And they're the ones who allow me to be able to do some of the extra things that I want to do for you. And so one of our sponsors that I want to thank tonight is Tisha. And Tisha is actually someone that I have known for many, many years. She truly has a heart for entrepreneurial women. She's hosted multiple networking groups over the years for entrepreneurial women. And over the last few years, she has really gotten really targeted about the type of women that she's able to help. And so her whole purpose is inspiring women business owners and solo entrepreneurs to take action and finally live out of their passion and not someone else's. And she does this through hosting live and virtual workshops. She has a business mentoring program. She founded a networking group that I actually belong to. It's called Gals Inspiration Hub. So if you want to know more about that networking group or some of the other things that Tisha could offer, then you can visit her at tishamarieNterprises.com. And like I said, she has so many resources for women entrepreneurs there on her website. All right, now let's get down to the nitty gritty of this interview. Okay, so today I'm interviewing my friend, Brenda Cunningham. I'm calling her our career coach for the day of the actual event itself. And today's topic that we're gonna be talking about, discussing, is how to stop making excuses in your career and reach your goals. So, and if anybody can help you stop making excuses, trust me, Brenda can help you with that. So she kind of has a reputation in our group of friends of being, we kind of call her the enforcer, right? Because she keeps us on our toes. She keeps us, she's like, you told people that out loud. All right, don't get me after this video is over.
I won't.
All right, so Brenda, what I want to do is I kind of want to let them, for people that, don't know who you are, first, let's start by kind of introducing yourself to them. And then from there, kind of tell us how you got to where you are with the business that you have with helping people with their careers.
Sure. Well, thank you. This is awesome. I'm excited to be here. Stronger than I think.
Yes.
I've been really excited by the theme of Stronger Than You Think ever since I first heard it. Mm-hmm. When I saw your book, I read that thing, devoured it, and I'm not even a big, huge reader like that, but totally just took it in. And it helped me to, stay encouraged and kind of propel me to do some things out of the comfort zone. So I applaud what you're doing, and I want you to keep being stronger than you thought you ever could be. But who I am, I'm Brenda Mariah Cunningham. So I am both Brenda and Mariah. And I am the owner of a little company called Push Career Management. And that word push is very relevant.
Uh-oh, you froze up. Hopefully you're still there. Oh, it was doing so great. Can everybody else still hear me? So if you all comment and let me know that you can still hear me. I can't hear Brenda anymore, but hopefully you can still hear me. She may even have to actually hang up or log off and then log back in again. Man, I tell you, the joys of technology. This is the joy of technology. While we're waiting for Brenda to come back to the video, I'm going to share a little bit about her. She actually started her career in engineering. So she started her career in engineering. She found that she was really great at helping friends and family members put together their qualifications in a way that made people want to hire them, right? So she's really good with taking what you know about yourself in terms of your career. Like, you pretty much just end up giving her the facts of what you've done in your career and the accomplishments that you had, the experience, the abilities, the special things you've done, the goals that you've achieved, any awards that you've won. And she has such a way with words that she's been able to help so many people actually get started with either a new career or take the next step in their career. And that is why when we were deciding about the different sessions that we wanted to have for this event, I thought that Brenda would be a perfect fit, because she is someone who is able to help you take whatever your gifts and talents, and maybe you can't communicate them in the right way. Maybe you aren't the best with, putting down on paper, tooting your own horn. Well, let me tell you, she can help you toot your horn for you being able to reach whatever that goal is you have for yourself in your career. And I have just kind of watched her over the years, watch how her business has evolved, where she first, it mostly was her just being focused on helping people write their resumes. And then it has evolved kind of like into this whole firm of her being able to help you in every area of your career, whatever season it is. So not just getting the job, right, that you want, or the career that you want, but once you get the career that you want, then how do you take that to the next level? And because, you know, it's great to get the job and the career that you want, but you want to be continually growing every single year. You want to see your business growing from year, not your business, I'm sorry. You want to see your career growing from year to year to year. So one of the things that I know just from people that I'm close friends with, I have lots of friends, especially women in the tech industry, for example. And I know that in the tech industry, what happens a lot is you end up you have these focal or these reviews that they do of you every year, right? Where they basically assess what is happening with you. Like, how are you progressing from year to year? Are you hitting your goals? Are you hitting these milestones? Well, for her, she's been able to help these women. Like, again, maybe, yeah, I'm an engineer, but maybe I'm not the best at communicating what my strengths are. Maybe I'm not the best at communicating what I bring to the table. So what Brenda has been able to do is she's been able to walk alongside these women and help them be able to communicate that in a way that helps them get their careers, take it to the next level, take the next step in their career, whatever that would look like. So, what I think we're going to do is we're going to try to have her call in. This is my only concern, is that we might have a little bit of feedback if we do that on the phone. So let me see.
This is Brenda. I've just chimed back in via phone.
Yay, that's
somehow
fine.
My video just completely died on all devices. So
it's okay.
I went with the other piece of technology. I pushed.
Yay! I'm so glad you pushed. And see, while you were away, I was able to give them the whole spiel about who you are and how you help women and men, not just women, but how you help women and men actually take the next step in their careers by the fact that you are really great with communicating what people's strengths are and the skills and the abilities that they have. So yeah.
Thank you. So we can skip all of that and jump into some meat and potatoes.
Yeah, let's jump into the meat and potatoes. So like for people, these are the people I had in mind when we were setting up this session with you. So for people who feel stuck, for example, in their current career, so maybe they're not getting a promotion like they feel like they should, or they don't feel like they're making progress towards their ideal job career. So what are some of the common mistakes that you see professionals make that keep them from reaching their career goals?
One of the biggest mistakes that I see a lot of people make is just not having a goal at all. Mm-hmm. They don't actually know what they want to do. They just know they want to do something different, and that's not enough. That's not specific enough. To say I want a promotion, but you don't know exactly what title you want to hold is not okay. To say that I want a raise, but you don't know how much you are supposed to be earning for your next level, that's not okay. You do have to have a specific goal in mind. Even clients that come to me and they're fully prepared to pay for services, I'm always going to ask them first and foremost, what are you trying to accomplish? And so they have to have that specific objective. What is it exactly that you're looking to accomplish? And don't tell me, I just want a raise, I just want a promotion. You have to be extremely specific about what that really means. What do the numbers look like? What is the exact title? What industry are you looking to be in? Are you looking to relocate to a new geography? What kind of company size are you looking to be in? Are you changing careers entirely? What does that look like? And so there are a lot of questions that need to be answered, and you have to spend the time to figure out the kind of what, where, and why before any of these, before you can begin to really get unstuck in this system, because no one's going to just give you a promotion and you don't really know what you're setting out to accomplish. So that's really the big overarching thing that I want to make sure I express to everybody who's listening. You always, always must understand exactly what you're trying to accomplish.
I mean, and to me, yeah, because it's the whole idea of, if you don't know where you're going, you can end up anywhere, right? You know, if you don't
Absolutely.
Yeah. So then you look up in your career after, you know, however many years, and you wonder why, I ended up over here, and where I really wanted to go was over there. Well, you didn't really have a plan for how you were going to get over there.
Right. You kind of let your career happen to you.
Right.
As opposed to taking control of it. You weren't really steering the ship. You were more of a passenger. And it is okay to take control, to be in the driver's seat. It is totally okay to know that at the end of 5 years' time, I want to be the executive vice president of accounting, or, you know, I want to be the senior director of IT operations. That is extremely okay to know. And it's okay to say it out loud, and you don't have to be afraid of it.
That's good. That's really good that you, so let me ask you this. So when you're working with people and you tell them this, like, okay, so they agree with you, right? So they agree with you. You know what? I haven't been intentional with this. I haven't been intentional in my career. I haven't had a plan. What is the first step for a person that's like, you know what? I don't really know what I want to do.
Right. And so for those kind of folks, I always will advise them to seek out a career counselor or career coach that has some sort of assessment and different things. If you just have absolutely no idea, if you're just kind of, a tumbleweed wandering in the desert, and you have absolutely no direction whatsoever, then I definitely will always advise a career coach. Now, if you have an idea and you're just not sure how to get there, I know I want to be an IT director. I know I want to work in information security, for example. Then one of the first things that I'm going to have anybody do is to actually look at job descriptions for their targeted profession or their targeted career path, because that tells the story of what the employers are looking for. And it also helps you to understand and kind of fill in some of the skill gaps, education gaps. It helps you to know what you're striving to get to. And so when you look at, and don't just look at one job description, look at 2 or 3, so that you can begin to kind of see a theme emerge. And then once you see that everybody expects you to have, an MBA, or everybody expects you to have an ITIL, IT certification, or everybody is looking for the PMP certification, then you know that those are things that you have got to go out and get. You've got to earn it. You've got to put in the time, whatever it takes. You've got to go get those things if that's truly where you want to be. Sometimes, though, it will also let you know what you are unwilling to do. It will say, hey, an MBA is required across the board, and you're not willing to do that. So you might actually take that as an opportunity to just change course.
That's great. That's true. I mean, that makes perfect sense to me, that it will tell you as much about what you're willing to do as it will about what you're not willing to do. And sometimes that's a big part of knowing what you want to do, is also knowing what you will not do.
Right. And I mean, people, you have to be honest with yourself. Sometimes people are like, I just want a job. And I'm like, well, the gas station is hiring.
Right.
Oh, well, no, I don't want to work at the gas station. I just want a job. Well, tell me what that means. Right.
So let me ask you this. Are there some other mistakes that you see people making beyond not knowing what it is that they want to do and not having a plan to get there? Is there other common mistakes that you see?
I do. I actually see a lot of people being too afraid, again, to admit it. I kind of alluded to this a little bit earlier, being where they don't want to say it out loud. They're afraid of it somehow. Somehow I'm not qualified for this, or whatever the case may be. And so what they don't do is go talk to the person or the people that can make that happen. And so then they become a little bit too timid or shy to go talk to their boss and have that candid conversation. They are somehow maybe afraid, and they think that they're going to lose their job for wanting more in their career, and that's absurd. So being bold enough to have the conversation with your immediate supervisor or with your mentors who may hold those higher positions within your company or within your industry. And then kind of along those same lines is a third thing here is not getting outside of your company walls. A lot of times we know all the players at our company, but we don't know anybody in our industry. And that is grossly insufficient. And if you are going to put yourself in position to really make some serious career moves, I'm talking about some serious pay leaps and, you know, promotions, and you want to work for XYZ company in this kind of time frame, and you don't know anybody, and more importantly, no one knows you, you're probably not going to get anywhere fast.
You know, and when I hear you talking about this, to me, honestly, I think this is a very important one, because there's no longer this whole idea of job security, right? So people end up working at these careers for decades. You know, right? That used to be the case. And even now, it can still happen. But what happens if one day, right, that job is no longer there, but you haven't built any type of network or any type of relationships, like you said, outside of the people that you work with, right? And then you're trying to find a new opportunity. And I'm not saying that you won't find one, but I think it will be a lot more challenging to find one if you have not done anything to kind of expand your network. Is that something that you see happening?
That is something that, unfortunately, I see happening all of the time. People, you are all of a sudden, you're kind of shell shocked. You have no employment. All of a sudden, you're nowhere. And then guess what? Half of the people that you worked with are also unemployed. So they can't help you. They can't pull you into where they are. If you don't know some of the other players who are, you know, doing well and thriving within your industry, you are going to end up struggling. I mean, the statistics are staggering, and they vary a little bit, but it's honestly, it's somewhere in the 80 to 90% of all job opportunities are found these days through people you know. Not job boards. And I mean, yes, I love writing resumes for people and helping them market themselves, and that's still a very critical tool, but it is so not the end of the story. You have got to know the people that can influence a decision to bring you into a new company.
And you know what I've started to think about is, so let's say there's women listening to this who may have actually been out of the workforce for a little while, right? And maybe you've been a stay-at-home mom and you're ready to re-enter the workforce. I can say from my own personal experience, the job that I had up until last year before I resigned, where I was a social media marketer, basically over the years when I was not working outside of the home, what I did was I networked with other people in social media, and I volunteered in social media. So I kept my skills fresh, and doing online marketing and different things. And again, I was going to these different meetings and different things, not all the time, I wasn't doing them all the time, but I did them enough that when I was actually ready to start working, I literally emailed someone that I knew who was also in social media. And I told her, I said, hey, I'm looking for a position doing X, Y, and Z. If you know of anyone or anything comes up, let me know. I sent her a message. She messaged me back probably like within the hour and was like, hey, we're hiring at our company. And I was like, really? And she was like, send me over your resume. And all they wanted from me was 2 years of experience. Well, guess what? I had 2 years of experience because even though it wasn't paid experience, but it was experience from me, the things that I was doing. So, again, along with what you're saying, it doesn't matter, even if you're someone who is not actively working right now, don't let your skills kind of, wither away or fall by the wayside. Don't let your relationships with people, go out the door. Stay connected with people because you really don't know where you're going to be, in a few years from now and what desires you're going to have. So you want to stay connected with people, and you don't want to just, like you said, Brenda, you don't want to just be doing all your networking with people that are working the same job that you're working.
Exactly. You said that absolutely perfectly. It is essential to just kind of maintain those relationships, but a lot of times people will get overwhelmed in thinking this whole concept of networking is so huge, it's too big, I can't do it. I don't have time for that. I work all day, I'm tired. So they don't think that it's even possible when in fact it can be one of the simplest things in the whole wide world. It could be as simple as a text message that just says, hey, you were on my mind, I wanted to see how you were, God bless you, happy holidays.
Right.
It could be something so simple that you're just staying connected with the people that, not just the people that you feel like can do something for you.
Right, of course.
But the people that you have, built relationship with. Maybe you've worked with them, you've done some sort of project with them, maybe you serve with them in your community, but you don't know how these people can eventually help you in the long run. I'll tell you just a short story about my husband, who had lost his job early last year. And, it was probably the fifth or sixth in a series of layoffs over a couple of years span. So he had really started to get discouraged, and, he was applying for jobs left and right. And ultimately, he ended up landing at a company that he honestly, like our secret, he didn't even interview for the company. He had an advocate on the inside, someone that he had worked with years prior, but they had stayed in touch. And this person heard that he was looking for a specific type of position, knew that they were hiring for that. And she cheerleaded for him so hard that they gave him an offer package, and they had never even met him.
That's amazing. That is amazing. Wow. To have he has somebody advocating for him on the inside. That is incredible.
Yes. Wow. So make sure you have your own inside connections, guys.
Yes. I mean, you know what? It's like, I keep having all these, I need to have like this tagline, the older I get, hashtag the older I get, because that's the way I feel so many times. Like, the older I get, the more I see like relationships, they really are, they have to be cultivated, right? You have to, they need time, they need water, and it doesn't, like you said, it's not complicated. It's not something where you have to do like these extravagant things, just really simple things that let people know that you're still connected to them. And then when opportunities come up, you are top of mind for people, right? Or let's say you weren't top of mind for them, but you reached out and said, hey, I'm looking for something. If you see of anything, and then they're like, oh, wow, why didn't I think? Yes.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Yes. So
and you know what the funny thing is? My husband didn't have fancy business cards and all of these things that we feel like we have to have all these things in order to do something that is completely unnecessary. It's nice to have, but it's not a deal breaker. So don't keep talking yourself out of just, reaching out to old contacts, people that you used to work with, people that you met out and about. If you meet somebody at the grocery store and you ask for their phone number and they give it to you, by gosh, follow up.
Yes.
And I know that Aisha was on the line. I'm not sure if she still is. I can't see the Zoom thing anymore, but she does the follow-up Friday, and it's such an important reminder for us to just take a moment, take a little bit of your day, follow up with somebody, maybe a phone call, maybe an email, maybe a text message, maybe a LinkedIn message or a Facebook chat, something. But give people just a couple minutes, a couple of sometimes even seconds of your day, and it could so tremendously reward you on the other side.
I could not agree with you more. I actually had my own quick little story of someone that I made a connection with last year. We were a part of the same women's Bible study, and I stayed in touch with her. She saw me recently. She didn't know I was hosting an event because it wasn't something that I talked about at that women's Bible study. Well, she knew I hosted one, but she didn't know that it was coming up or anything. So I actually happened to see her again about a month ago, and I told her about the event. She gave me her contact information, and I could have, first of all, written it somewhere and lost it, or I could have never followed up. Well, just by me following up with her, not only did she registered her daughter, she registered her granddaughter, she registered her sister, and they're all coming to the event just because I followed up with her, right? So I totally agree with you. I really hope that if people don't get anything else from our discussion tonight, they will get the importance of relationship. So much of life is about the relationships we have, and I'm not talking about using people. I'm not talking about, okay, what's in it for me? I'm just talking about the fact that we're all connected for a reason, right? That is a core belief that I have, that we're all connected, and there are people that want to do things for you if you will just ask. And there's people that you want to do things for them if they will just ask. And relationships are an important part of how everything works. So in your career, and in whether your career, like I said, in someone who's employed, you're entrepreneurial, you're a woman in ministry, even the teen girls that are going to be attending this event, the relationships that we have at the end of the day, the most important thing you have in life is relationships. And so just don't assume that people don't want to help you, because I think a big part of stop making excuses in your career and reach your goals, this topic, is that we make excuses and we have pity parties and we just assume that people don't want to help us. In reality, that is just not true. People do want to help us. So,
you're right. And I just want you said something. I want to take it just a step further.
Okay.
You said that people want to help people if you just ask.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times, a lot of people will ask, but they won't follow up.
Yes.
And so when you get the direction from that person that you're seeking out, and you're asking for a favor or an introduction or something, whatever it is, and they say, all right, well, send me your resume, send me your resume today, or call me next Friday, I'll be out of the office, call me next Friday. Whatever it is that they're telling you guys, make sure that you immediately take the time and put that thing on your calendar so that it is not forgotten and it does not get lost in the shuffle, because that is a huge turn off for everybody who's asked me, oh, would you mentor me? Oh, would you show me this? Oh,
right.
would you help me with my resume? Oh, would you do this? All right, give me a call Friday at noon and we'll talk. You know how many times I actually get a call? Very rarely.
I bet. I'm not surprised. Yeah.
So do the leg work, do the work, push yourself, and I promise you will reap rewards.
Yay. So, I mean, I know that because we're friends, we literally could just keep going with the conversation. We could just keep going, but I really have enjoyed this. And actually, this is really not even the direction I thought we were going, but it must be what people needed to hear, is the importance of the relationship, the importance of having this mentality that people want to help you, like assume that they want to help. And then actually, oops, sorry about that. Not only knowing that they want to help, but you be willing to take the next step and actually follow up. Do not underestimate the power of the follow-up, as Coach Aisha would say, who's actually on this call.
Amen.
So. All right. So before we go, I'm going to share really quickly. Again, I'm going to share the website for you to be able to register for the event. It's www.strongerthanyouthinkevent.com. You can actually go there to register. You can sign up for Brenda's session on, we call it career building. She's going to help you take whatever that next step is that you want to take in your career. And what we're doing is right now, the regular adult registration is $59 until January the 15th. However, we're running a special until January the 13th, which is this Friday, Friday the 13th. You can get $10 off the regular registration when you use the coupon code 2017 strong. 2017 strong, you'll get $10 off the adult registration if you sign up by this Friday night at 11:59 or around midnight, basically. So when we give that last interview on Friday, then you have until midnight to be able to take advantage of this coupon code. And because this event is coming fast, it's happening on January the 21st. It's January the 8th right now. And we know that it is going to be a life-changing event. It's going to be a day, like I said, of mentorship. It's going to be a new experience. If you've never been to an event that doesn't just give you the inspiration and the encouragement, but also gives you actual tools, and it's an actual workshop setting throughout the entire day from start to finish, where we really want to equip you and empower you to be able to take the next step that you feel that God is leading you to. So we want you to register today at strongerthanyouthinkevent.com. And we will do our giveaways, but I think what we're going to start doing with the giveaways is we're going to allow people to comment on the videos. When they see the videos posted at a later time, you'll be able to make a comment, and then we'll choose our winners for the giveaway based off of that. So Brenda, before we go, do you want to tell them what you're giving away?
Yes, absolutely. We'll be giving away for anybody who's unemployed, we'll be giving away a copy of the Crush the Pink Slip, Get Back to Work in 60 Days. Woo-hoo! And that is a very practical daily digest kind of book that will help you get back to work on that reemployment journey. And then we'll also be doing a interview coaching session or LinkedIn profile assessment for one lucky individual. So that's going to be really, really exciting. Some of those practical bits that have to be in place if you are preparing to move to your next level.
That is phenomenal. And again, Brenda is going to be one of the speakers at the event. So you definitely want to be there, especially if you're a woman who is ready to take the next step in her career. And that's it for tonight, y'all. So until next time, remember that success is achieved through perseverance. So never, 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 never give up. God bless you, and you have a great day.